Man, I love it. Like, I love the sport. Like, that might be like a generic answer, but that's the truth, you know? Like, I mean, I love the sport. Like, I grew up in it, loved it, and I mean, I really feel like it's a good thing. And there's a lot of parents that want to get into it, or their kids want to do it, and I kind of feel like it's a lot for a parent to learn if they don't have the motocross background. So it's kind of like, whenever I do training, I train the parents just like I do the kids. You know, like every kid that trains out here, they got my phone number, my phone rings all the time, and man, I love it. They say that the key to success is doing what you love. I've never aggravated when my phone rings. I'm always happy to help. You know, I mean, it's just, I feel like I'm making a difference, man, and it means something to me, you know. My name is Lindsey Hughes. We're at H5MX compound. Well, it really started where we're sitting right now, this track, this little track back here. Whenever I was little, I grew up riding motorcycles. I got my first motorcycle when I was 8. Waylon, my son, whenever he was born, he came around and, man, he wanted a motorcycle. He got a dirt bike and loved it, wanted to race. So we kind of built it up, and it progressed as he progressed, and then he started racing, and this is really where he started training. We go to a race, and something that he was, lacking on, we would come and build it here and kind of exploit his weaknesses and so on and so forth, and he's progressed far beyond I ever did. But, and I like to think that it's got a lot to do with this place.
So H5 is just the name that we come up with. The H stands for our last name, which is Hughes, and the 5 is for our 5 kids. Our son wanted to do motocross, and the tracks were just so far away, and it was really hard to get him there. And we started just some turns back here, and as he got faster and progressed and needed more, we just added it. And that's what really come about over there. He needed a bigger track where he can hold it wide open and go faster and prepare for the national races that he was doing.
We did the Ricky Carmichael Daytona Supercross in Daytona. That would be in March. And then we would leave there and we would go to Spring-a-Ding Nationals in Texas. You leave there and there's another one. It's a James Stewart Spring Nationals at Freestone. We would run that one, come back, and then we'd be hitting area qualifiers, hitting regionals. Then Loretta's would be in August. And then Minneo's the week of Thanksgiving.
Okay. So basically
that's basically what we've been doing for the last 5 years.
Yeah. Get it, let's go, man.
Those kids that are top 10 in those nationals, this is what they do for a living. They might, and it might sound silly to somebody that doesn't do it, like you got a 7, 8, 9-year-old kid that this means everything to them, like especially the Lorettas. Like you get a ticket, your ticket, man, them kids live for that. Waylon's one of those kids, he'll come out here, he'll pound this corner all afternoon until he gets it right. He puts in work.
I normally ride the Husqvarna a lot, but I race on the Husqvarna and I practice on the gas. And I like Husqvarna because I just like how that ride feels. My name's Lindsey Hughes and I'm 9 years old and I'm at H5MX compound. Learn how to balance, having your foot right, have your feet on the pegs and stuff like that. Cruise the bike and tack position stuff.
He's already committed to the inside. You're gonna take the outside. Where do you make
Hodges?
that inside work?
Yeah, I like Axel Hodges. He does backwards and forwards. I like watching him do that stuff. Dad, I've seen a lot of videos and I'm on the Honda 50 and I'm in front of you.
Oh, that's why I was following you. I mean, if we did a gate drop today, could you beat me?
Mm-hmm.
He's always been really good with kids. Like, they trust him, and he's got patience.
Good. Brent? 100%. Good. Luke? Good. Bennett? Allie? All right, good job. Now, what I want to talk to you about is on your entry speed.
It's just, he did really good with them. He's done really well with all 5 of them, really. All of them ride.
Man, it's our life now, man. Like, I couldn't be more proud of him. And I got Luke right there, little Luke. Luke's 8. He's been to Loretta's the last 2 years. Briley, my oldest, she's 12. She rides, she loves it. It just started out with Luke just having fun, you know. Like, Luke's been in competition with his brother ever since he's been riding, so like Luke's excelled pretty quick in it.
We battle sometimes on this track and that track back there.
Who's the fastest?
Those 2 hills, you gotta come around, hit the finish line,
I'm
right?
Luke and I'm 8 years old and we're at age 5. I ride a 50. It's bigger than like the ones that they ride, and it's a little smaller than the 65. But it don't have a clutch or a shifter. My favorite part of it is over there by the rollers. They're hills, like right next to each other.
My proudest thing that I'm the most proud of is watching my kids progress to the level they progressed to, and in my opinion, the toughest sport in the world. It gives kids a lot of confidence. That would be the one thing that you can take away from this, confidence. And like, you gotta think about it. Out here on a motocross track, not comparing it to any other sports, that's not what I'm doing, but it is literally you. Like Waylon's 9 years old. I can prepare him all I want to, give him the best motorcycle, best suspension, best of everything. But when he lines up on that gate and it drops, it is literally just him. Every decision is his. Everything he does is his. There's no teammate, there's nobody to bail you out. It is you. At the pace they're running, I mean, they're making decisions less than seconds, you know? And obviously, if they just hopped on a bike and started doing that, I would lose it. But I've watched them, you know, move up to where they was falling over in corners, or where they wasn't falling in corners, or where they was just rolling hills, or where they started hopping them, started jumping them. And training here, we focus on bike control. That is the biggest thing we focus on. And I full well know that Waylon and Luke are in control of their motorcycle.
Gannon,
And how old are you?
5. Killian, and I'm 6. We're at age 5.
We've been doing training, but that's been private stuff. As far as opening, once we get cleared, our plan is to have a race series. It's not gonna be like something serious, like a every weekend kind of thing, but have a good race series and hold good events and kind of throw that on top of our training, you know, let it all kind of mix up to where we're doing a little bit of everything, and I hope it's successful, that people would want to come and want to come back. You know, that would be my goal for it.
I would love to see a big set of bleachers out there, with just them full of people watching motocross, honestly.
Oh man, it feels amazing. To be over the hill, be over the fence. We started this, it's been a little over 6 months ago, like trying to get everything officialized. Like the track's been here, stuff that we did, but as far as getting where we can kind of do what we want to do, man, I felt like the weight of the world was lifted off my shoulders Tuesday night. You know, like we were good to go, and like that was a hurdle we had to get over to be able to have a public event. To open our gates not just to the kids that do this all the time or the families that do it all the time, it kind of opened us up to expose the sport to a lot more people. I'm thankful for everybody. I'm thankful for everybody that helped us along our way. We had a good friend of ours that helped us kind of through it with the paperwork side of it, and like I say, the county, it was a lot to go through, but they 100% helped us. Every question we had kind of guided us through it. I'm thankful for all of it.